Hey, what's up, zoners? Today, we're going to be helping each other decide which wide receiver should be in our starting fantasy lineups. And we've got the top 5 best and the top 5 worst wide receiver cornerback matchups for week 15. We got 2 wide receivers, man, in the top 5 on the same team with the best matchups. Holy shit, man. One of these wide receivers almost leading the league in touchdowns. The other one had 12 targets last week. And just think about that starting quarterback. You might want to stream him. On the flip side, man, we have a wide receiver that is the number 1 wide receiver in the league. Apparently has the worst matchup, but this cornerback that he's going against has not played since week 2. He's going to eat this guy alive. Oh my God, man. And hey, man, we're going to go over pass funnel defenses at the end of the show. What is a pass funnel defense? Their defense is like my Vikings, man. They sell out to stop the run, and they give up a ton of points to the pass, okay? So we're going to tell you which players to target there, all right? I've got all my notes typed out. I've got a chart to help us with everything here, but you got to hold on for 7 seconds. All right, you are looking at a chart from fantasypoints.com. Google it and follow along. First up, man, Michael Wilson Jr. the third. All right, this guy has 50-plus receiving yards in the last 3 games, 81% route participation. He's the third option on this team. I would like to see him run more routes. 0.32 fantasy points per route run. All right, that's right here. That is just okay. Good is 0.4. Really good is 0.5. Elite is what we're chasing, 0.60. That's like Jamar Chase type shit right there. He's going against New England, all right? New England's been giving up points for like the last month. Jonathan Jones, one of their worst cornerbacks, 0.37 fantasy points given up per route run. That is amazing. He is pretty much on the outside, and that is where Michael Wilson is. Michael Wilson sticks to one side of the field, and that is where he's going to be 40% of the time. So, hey, great matchup for Michael Wilson. If you have to flex him out first week of playoffs, you can. PPR, hopefully, man. DJ Turner, we don't care about. Nick Westbrook-Ikhine. All right, this guy was almost leading the league in touchdowns, for God's sakes. Only 57.5% route participation. I imagine that is probably sticking the same. You saw he never gets that many targets. He's not running a ton of routes, okay? That is his issue here. Last week, I think only had 3 targets, and he had a sweet matchup then. But still, man, greater than a 50% chance to catch a touchdown. That is flex material, and now he gets another great matchup. Dude, if you're going against Cincinnati's cornerbacks, you are having a field day unless you're going against the slot cornerback. And let's see, he's only in the slot 15% of the time, man. 0.4 fantasy points per route run. That is good, like we said. But Cam Taylor-Britt is who he's going against. Holy shit, he only sticks to one side, man. But Nick Westbrook will be on that side 50% of the time. So right cornerback, 75%. Covers the left wide receiver position. That's 50%. So, man, Nick Westbrook will be set to score a lot of points 50% of the time. This guy's giving up 0.37 fantasy points per route run. The worst cornerback for the Cincinnati Bengals. Sign me up, dude. And then, hey, let's go on to Tyreek Hill, okay? You see Odell Beckham right here? That's because he gets the slot cornerback. But Odell Beckham, I don't give a shit about. And, dude, Odell runs the slot 38% of the time. Tyreek's at 37%. So Tyreek was 1% away from getting this slot cornerback matchup at 0.51. Oh, my God, dude. That is insane. Tyreek Hill should have another big week. He's been going off for what? I mean, he's been a wide receiver, low-end wide receiver 1 for maybe a month. That should continue. He might even have his best game this week. And look, dude, 0.48. So as bad as he has been, he is still doing good. He's usually at 0.60 fantasy points per route run. But he is still not doing terrible. He is climbing his way back, okay? Calvin Ridley, 12 targets last week, an amazing matchup against Jacksonville. He gets another one. Okay, we talked about how Will Levis has the best schedule. Moving on, that fool did not do anything. Well, now 2 of his 3 wide receivers have amazing matchups. That fool should do something this week. So Calvin Ridley still only 83% route participation. He's usually running on the outside side, 0.39 fantasy points per route run. That is just good. All right. Josh Newton is who he gets. Josh Newton, 59% on one side. So that's where he's going to be almost half of the time. So he gets Cincinnati's second to worst cornerback. Almost 50% of the time he's giving up 0.32 fantasy points per route run. Sign me up for Calvin Ridley. One more week, baby. And then, hey, Marquise Valdez-Scantling, only 50% route participation. Again, he was on a different team half this fucking year. So you can throw this out the window. He's their only wide receiver, okay? Derek Carr is gone. I don't know who's throwing the ball, but he's still going to be the number 1 targeted wide receiver until Chris Olave comes back. 0.40 fantasy points per route run. Dude, this guy is actually doing pretty damn good. But that was all with Derek Carr. And he gets Benjamin St. Justy. This guy has been Washington's worst cornerback, one of the worst cornerbacks in the league all season long, 0.35 fantasy points per route run. And hey, the side he's on is going to be the right side. So Marquise Valdez Scantling only gets this guy 31% of the time, but he's going to see him the most out of the Saints because the wide receivers don't do shit on that team. So if you have to flex somebody, MVS might still be flexible. All right. And then lastly, Jacoby Myers, man. This guy's getting all the targets. This guy's getting all the love. 88% route participation. That's great. If you picked him up, man, you are loving life. They move him all over the field. So everything's about 33% right here. 0.39 fantasy points per route run, and he runs a lot of routes. So you're getting a lot of points with him. Atlanta, dude, you watch that. You watch those people falling all over the field, man. Justin Jefferson's catching touchdowns. He hasn't caught touchdowns in forever. Got 2 against Atlanta. Sam Darnold threw 5 touchdowns, man. Holy shit. I had to go against him. I love Sam Darnold right now. I'm a Vikings fan. Stick my finger into my eyes, dude. That was terrible. So, yeah, Atlanta's worst cornerback, second worst cornerback. D. Alford gets that. But still, dude, Atlanta's quarterbacks you want to target right now, and they are a pass funnel defense. All right, let's start off with the worst wide receiver quarterback matchups for week 15. Ja'Marr Chase, all right? I was like, who is this Chidobe Awuzie guy? I remember Awuzie, but I was like, dude, I don't remember anybody being in the 0.04 fantasy points per route run. That's insane. That doesn't exist. He is just coming back from IR. This is going to be his first game back. He played 2 games, all right, in the beginning of the year against like the Jets and some other shit team. So yeah, nobody scored points against him, and now he gets Ja'Marr Chase in his first game back. Oh my God, dude. So Ja'Marr Chase, this is the king of all wide receivers right now. 94% route participation. I don't think there's anybody over 91 right now. And they move him all over the field. That's exactly what you want, man, because he's not going to be able to get shadowed or anything by anybody. 0.60. We talked about that. That's what we're chasing, man. That is elite. He's running 95% routes and getting 0.60. Dude, so many fantasy points. Holy shit. And now he gets this guy. Good luck, Chidobe. You are not our only hope, dude. That's fucked up. Then, hey, man, Jordan Addison apparently gets Jalen Johnson. I do want to bring this up. This is exactly what happened 3 weeks ago. All right. Justin Jefferson said that he was lined up against the other cornerback. I could actually show you guys right now. Let's see. Justin Jefferson right here. It says he's lined up against Tyreek Stevenson. So I threw this out. I went up with the matchups because of this. But hey, last time, all right, it was not him. Jordan Addison got Tyreek Stevenson, and Jefferson got Jalen Johnson and had 30 yards, dude. I was dreading this matchup, all right, because I am a Justin Jefferson owner, and I had to start Justin Jefferson versus goddamn Jalen Johnson in the first week of playoffs that just shut him down. But my mind is changing, okay? Do you remember when Robert Saleh got fired and the Jets defense went to shit? Oh my God, did you see the Bears defense? They were giving up so many points to the 49ers. I am not afraid anymore. I'm not afraid anymore. I think that Justin Jefferson will have a decent game, but Jordan Addison, man, killed him. Like 2 touchdowns, over 150 yards. He got all the targets last time. They avoided Justin Jefferson completely because of Jalen Johnson. So do not pay attention to this, man. Jordan Addison, killing it. All right, my Vikings, second year in the league, Biletnikoff winner. I led him last year. 0.48, so he's doing very good as far as fantasy points per route run. And this is one of his best matchups, okay? It's going to be one of his best matchups. Start Jordan Addison. Do not pay attention to the bad matchup. And then speaking of not paying attention to bad matchups, dude, this guy just keeps on doing well, okay? Jerry Jeudy, only 1 bad game in the last 8 weeks, I'm pretty sure, and that was against Pittsburgh, and he just went and vindicated that last week. So Jerry Jeudy, 86% route participation. They are moving him all over the field, man. I love that. 0.36 fantasy points per route run. Dude, half the year he was getting shit. He's probably up at 0.60 over the last 5 weeks right now. And he gets Patrick Surtain again. Dude, this is when he went nuclear. Oh, no shit. I just looked at the wrong thing. I was like, oh my God, he gets Patrick Surtain. He gets Joshua Williams. We talked about this guy. He's playing opposite of McDuffie. He is shutting shit down, all right? But I don't care. I really don't care. Kansas City Chiefs have been allowing a lot of fantasy points to quarterbacks and wide receivers over the last month plus. They were shutting everybody down. Things have changed. The tides have turned. I'm okay starting Jerry Jeudy against bad matchups. I almost saw Patrick Surtain right there, and I was like, oh my God, this is going to be the start of the week. But no, that is not true. And then Michael Pittman next. Yeah, dude, with Anthony Richardson, he seems to be the most targeted wide receiver maybe right now, but we don't care, all right? Michael Pittman's no Jerry Jeudy. There's no revenge game. I don't trust Anthony Richardson whatsoever, Okay. They're probably going to throw the ball 10 fucking times against Denver. No, thank you. Cleveland still threw the ball 41 plus times against Denver. That's not going to happen. All right. That's what needs to happen to get points versus Patrick Surtain. Patrick Surtain, even with that huge game that he got burned on, still 0.13 fantasy points per route run allowed. He is still one of the best cornerbacks in the league, and he shadows. And then Mike Williams, you're not messing around with. Demario Douglas, you're not messing around with. This is the playoffs. Going down to Jayden Reed. Jayden Reed, man, 1 target, 0 receptions last week. He has actually been catching a lot of touchdowns. He has been pretty involved. And I know that he is not, their number 1 or number 2 wide receiver. He's kind of like that slot guy. Yeah, see, 70%. That's not why he's running a ton of routes, because of that system with the 2 wide receiver system. He's not on the field a lot either, all right? So that sucks. But when he's on the field, 0.54. We talk about 0.6 being elite. This guy is so good. He just is not running the routes, okay? And now he gets Witherspoon. That is one of the worst matchups in the NFL. Only 0.17. So Jayden Reed, I am not liking. I bet you Tyler Kraft actually has another big game. And then, hey, Cooper Kupp, man, I said that he was going to he had the better matchup out of him and Puka. Puka had like one of the worst cornerback matchups. I said Cooper Kupp is going to be the hyper-targeted one. It does not matter anymore, okay? It is Puka being targeted. He's going to get all the targets, 10-plus targets, and then Cooper's going to get that 7 to 9 range. So Cooper Kupp, 82% route participation. That used to be 93, probably. He's still in the slot. And, hey, dude, this guy, they paid him this year. San Francisco actually paid him during the year. So San Francisco loves Diamador Lenore. I love that name, dude. That sounds awesome. 0.18 fantasy points per route run allowed. Holy shit, man. So Cooper Kupp, probably more of a low-end wide receiver 2 for you this week. All right, real quick, let's go over the pass funnel defenses. Again, man, defenses like my Vikings, they are the most extreme right now, actually. They're number 1 against the run and like number 30 against the pass, okay? Not good. So they are at home versus Chicago. Last time this happened, oh my God, man, DJ Moore had 15 targets. Keenan Allen went off, okay? I know, Dunze has a decent matchup, but Keenan Allen was the person they looked to the most. I think it's because the Vikings blitz more than anybody in the league, man. So Keenan Allen is that hot route. So Keenan Allen should have a big game this week. Baltimore Ravens at New York Giants. Tracy Jones Jr., I don't know if I'm going to start you or not this week. You better catch a lot of passes. Malik Neighbors has a good matchup, but you're relying on Drew Lock, so holy shit, that sucks. The Falcons at Las Vegas, okay? So Brock Bowers, that was a Michael Myers game. I am kind of afraid of Michael Myers. Desmond Ridder is scaring the shit out of me, but Jacoby Myers should be okay this week with a great matchup, and it's a pass funnel defense he's going against. Houston Texans, man, at home versus Miami. Tyreek Hill, Tua, all of them should get a lot of points, but you cannot run the ball. Achane still, he doesn't run the ball anyways, dude. He gets all his points via receptions. The Cleveland Browns, man, at home versus Kansas City. Kansas City should be able to throw the ball all over the place. Xavier Worthy might even get a touchdown this week. Patrick Mahomes worth starting in the playoffs. The Detroit Lions at home versus Buffalo. Okay, you cannot run the ball versus the Detroit Lions. This has the highest over and under at like 54 points, for God's sakes. Josh Allen and every single wide receiver should be starting in that game. And then run funnel is just the inverse. There's only 2 run funnel defenses right now. You can figure that out by yourself. All right, everybody, thank you so much for watching. If you actually did like this show, please give me a thumbs up. It gives me a chance to go out to more computers, more eyeballs, and that's exactly what this show needs, man. We are trying to grow, and we will not grow if people don't know. Thank you so much. Hopefully I earned that thumbs up. Hopefully I earned a subscription, man. We need subscribers, okay? Please subscribe if you're not already subscribed. That will help us a ton. This is Tyler, Big Turd Ward. We got shit coming out soon, and we appreciate